Hi, I'm Damien Connolly from Sakura Business Solutions. So I've done a few other videos and a couple of podcasts on the topic of exit planning for SME business owners, or being exit ready more broadly. And so sometimes the question that gets asked is, why would I consider exiting my business or selling my business? Or alternatively, what are the types of reasons or triggers for someone to think about selling their business or exiting from their business in the next 6 or 12 months? And so that's a really, really good question. So there are a number of typical reasons that business owners suddenly start to think about, or gradually start to think about, exiting or selling their business. And they include a number of the following. Sometimes it can just be age. If you've been running your business for the last 5, 10, 15 years, and you're now heading towards retirement age, that may be a reason why you start thinking about, can I sell my business? How do I exit? What does my life look like as I'm starting to move into retirement? I can't keep doing what I've been doing. So that could be one of those reasons that starts that sort of thought in the back of your mind, or puts that topic on your radar. Another reason might be illness. So it may not be that you as a business owner have suffered an illness, but it could be somebody relatively close to you, a friend, a family member, a fellow business owner has suddenly suffered an illness, suddenly isn't quite as active or as healthy as they were 5 or 10 years ago. And again, then that starts the thought in the back of your mind about, can I keep doing this forever? What are my plans for maybe slowing down, for making a change in my personal life? In some cases, if you run a business for 5, 10, 15 years, you're at the stage where maybe you feel like there's a new challenge in you. Maybe there's something that's piqued your interest that's a little bit different to what you're doing at the moment. Or it could be that your sector is changing. Maybe the advent of AI looks like it'll have an impact on your business sector. And now you're thinking about, maybe it's time, while we're performing well and while the business is going well, to start to think about, can we pass it on to a third party? Can we pass it on to the team? Essentially, that's your preparing for exit or sale thought in the back of your mind. And a final reason might be quite as simple as, you've got a family member who is interested in your business, working in your business. It may be that your management team are starting to suggest that they'd like a bit more responsibility. Maybe they feel that you are holding them back a little bit, and they'd be quite interested in taking a little bit more control and decision making within that business. So again, that could be a trigger to say, actually, maybe I don't need to be working as hard or to be as involved in the business as I have been to date. So again, that's another trigger that might suggest, you know what, if they're keen to take on this business, and if they're willing to pay a reasonable sum for it, actually, let's start moving in that direction. So for all those reasons, that's typically where SME business owners would start to think about, is it time to make a change? Can I make an exit? How do I make sure that happens in a sensible way, in a way that benefits me? And ultimately, if you can do it well, you'll get something for your business that maybe otherwise you might have just shut it down, or you've got a little bit of time to put things in order that you get a really fantastic offer for your business, and it becomes a life-changing sum that allows you to retire, or allows you to move on to new adventures with the confidence that you've got lots of cash in the bank and the opportunity to spend your next 20, 25 years relaxing and doing all the things that you want to do. If this is something that's crossed your mind, then by all means, check out some of the other videos about exit planning, exit preparedness, being exit ready, or we've got a guide that we can send across to you if you want to. DM me below, send me an email, or finally, if you'd like to put a call in the diary, always happy to have an initial chat and see, can we work with somebody who's